Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to take you around the wilderness of Cap Taillat in the south of France on the peninsula of St Tropez, and then I'm going to take you to the famous town of St Tropez. So let's first start with Cap Taillat. So what is Cap Taillat? Cap Taillat is part of the St Tropez peninsula and the commune of Ramatuelle. It's just a few kilometers away from St Tropez, and you will be blown away by its unspoiled beauty, as the Conservatoire National du Littoral holds it as a part of the protected area. So there's no construction allowed in the site, and this is a pretty rare site on the French Riviera. You have to be aware as well that from May to September, authorities regulate trails opening due to the fire risk. The beaches. So I went to join with a group from Marseille, and we started our walk from the Plage de l'Escalier, and then we continued along the road of the Cap Taillat beach towards the Cap Taillat beach. The walk is well marked, but make sure to wear walking shoes, as you will have to cross rocks and uneven terrain. The trek is part of the Sentier du Littoral and is about 2.5 kilometers away. And don't forget to pack your camera, because it's absolutely stunning and striking, and hopefully, like me, you will have a beautiful sunny day. So I did this hike on a sunny Saturday morning in September, and it was absolutely stunning, beautiful. The trail features a mix of evergreen shrubs, as you can see in the video, with fragrant herbs and barbarian figs. The maki, the shrubs, is the signature vegetation of Cap Taillat. It's a dense, fragrant scrubland that thrives in the dry, sunny climate, and it's dominated by herbs like thyme, rosemary and myrtle, and for me, nothing beats the smell of myrtle in the maki. Unfortunately, this video is not gonna give you any smells, but I wish I could give you a bit of a sample, because it's absolutely amazing. So I passed a few runners and family, but it was much quieter than I expected. It was really, as you can see in these images, like a postcard view of the Mediterranean, with a few sailing boats in the bay. It made me wonder if I was still on the French Riviera or somewhere in the West Indies. And of course, I took my camera out. I had two cameras with me, one digital, the Canon R5, and of course my Canon EOS 1N, which is analog, and I shot some of these images on Ektar 100, which I absolutely love. So during the walk I spotted a few coves. As you can see, some sunbathers sitting on the rocks. I looked around and I felt like, where am I? It just feels like I've been given the key to a hidden gem. It was absolutely stunning. When I reached the Plage du Cap Taillat, I stayed there for a moment with my camera, and I decided not to walk up to the Cap Taillat. You can do that. It's about 30 minutes walk, but because I had a coach to go back to, I was not sure I could manage on time, so I didn't. But I took quite a few pictures around here. As you can see, it's a beautiful, there's no construction except the Maison des Douanes. Look at that walk, was so soothing. We have beautiful views over the littoral, looking down on small coves and looking at people enjoying a day at the beach. It felt like a full analog experience. Now I'm going to take you to a completely different experience. So from the Cap Taillat we got back on the bus and we went to St Tropez. St Tropez was very busy, even more so because it was the weekend of the sailing race called Les Voiles de St Tropez. I was really looking forward to photograph a lot of sailing boats, but then I discovered that the race was not on until 5 p.m. that day. So really, I had arrived the day too early. So I began my walk from the tourist office by the marina. St Tropez was true to its reputation of a place of bling. But stay tuned with me, because I'm going to take you to the true St Tropez. I continued walking along the port, and the boats got smaller and smaller. It even looked like proper fishing boats. St Tropez, after all, had started as a fishing village. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history. Paul Signac arrived in 1892 aboard his yacht Olympia. He bought a house there, which is called La Hune, and he invited other avant-garde painters. And look at this amazing painting. I absolutely love this painter, Paul Signac, but I absolutely love his painting. This is post-impressionism, and this is one of his paintings when he stayed in St Tropez. And then the explosion in the 1950s, 60s. I'm sure you know Brigitte Bardot. They filmed with her husband, Roger Vadim. They filmed here, and God Created Woman. And this film, shot in St Tropez, has catapulted the town to international fame. And I definitely recommend you watch the film, because it's quite stunning. What you want to see in St Tropez? Old Port. This is where I started my walk, and it's the heart of St Tropez. You can't miss it. It's lined with colorful 18th century houses, the luxury yachts, some of fishing boats. So while walking through the port with another gazillion tourists, you will spot the famous Sénéquier Cafe, which has completely transformed since I was last in St Tropez. From a small bistro, it has doubled in size and looks more like a restaurant than the cafe it used to be. The Ponche, P-O-N-C-H-E, is the oldest neighborhood with the narrow street. This is really the heart of St Tropez, the village church, which is absolutely stunning, called Notre-Dame de l'Assomption. It's a Baroque church. This is my favorite area of town, where you can have a true village feel, and you want to head towards the tower of the Portalet and the Citadel. When you walk around the beach, around the tower of the Portalet, you will arrive at Plage de la Gaye. I really love photographing people there. I love absolutely this scene that I'm sharing with you. It seems that this has been done recently at the heart of St Tropez Old Town. It's surrounded by historic buildings. It looks very Italian to me, and offering views of the harbour. I think it's a great spot for us to have a picnic, but also to take some photos. And then you have other scenes of the houses along the water. This is really the traditional village of St Tropez. So what I would recommend is that you continue walking up to the Citadel. It's where you will have a panoramic view over St Tropez and the gorgeous church, which is standing out in the landscape, which is called Notre-Dame de l'Assomption. So the church is Baroque and in Baroque style, was built in 1784. And if you go inside, they still have beautiful model ships that are hanging inside to honor the town's seafaring heritage. And also you can walk up to the Citadel to have even more of a larger view, and then can walk back to the old town. As you will notice, like in other Provençal town or Mediterranean town, the streets are quite narrow because they were designed to confuse the invaders, but also of course to provide shade from the sun. And the buildings are also painted in soft colors which are reflecting the sun, soft ochres, terracotta, light yellows, and also don't be afraid to get lost. It's probably one of the best way to wander off the main street. A place you want to photograph, which is called the Gendarmerie. So St Tropez is very famous for a series of movies called Le Gendarme de St Tropez, with Louis de Funès, that I definitely recommend. I don't know if it's dubbed in English, but it's absolutely funny, and I grew up with these films, of course, and the Gendarmerie was one highlight of my walk into St Tropez. I hope that you enjoyed this photo tour. If you ask me, should I go to St Tropez? Yes, definitely, I would say yes, at least once in your life. And try to avoid the craziness during summertime, September and May. June is probably the best time to visit, September as well, especially when they have and Cap Taillat really left me with a wonderful feeling. It's a well-deserved visit. There are not many places like this left on the French Riviera, I can tell you.